I am going 6-0 in the division because the rest of the division sucks.
This is the best division in football, Tori. Take that step back. We are seeing the true quarterback that he really is, which he is not a very good quarterback.
Welcome to the Man Now, where we taking over. It's time to give you them facts. Won't miss a game or two, cause we here for you and we reporting all of them stats. We coming to you live to keep you updated. Broadcast across the country, we the fan favorites. Break the volume to the max and don't nobody touch it. We crossing topics off the list, addressing every subject. So if you ain't got a clue, then you can tune in and give it 24 hours and we back again. Breaking news, new scoops, we the top dogs. From the fields to the courts, we report it all. Buzzer beaters through your speakers, we the ones to call. Trust us for the news if it's got a ball. Giving you the top stories cause we love the turf. Tell a friend to tune in and where you heard it first. Yeah, you're listening to the Man Now. We taking over, it's time to give you them stats. Yeah, you listen to the Man Now. Miss a game or two cause we reporting all of them facts. Yeah, you listen to the Man Now. We taking over, it's time to give you them facts. Turn the speakers up a little loud. Miss a game or two cause we reporting all of them stats. Cause you listen to the Man Hour.
And what is up, Man Hour Nation? Michael Buckcusher here with the Man Hour. Be sure to head to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page. We have new merch dropping each and every day over there. We do got the backpacks live. We got the Beastie merch as well live over there. And tonight, guys, we are giving away that Man Hour logo tumbler. So be sure to head over to youtube.com/Man Hour and get registered to win that tumbler. All you gotta do is put hashtag Beastie space and the number of raffle tickets you want to enter in, and we'll be giving that away here in hour number 2 on the Man Hour. So youtube.com/Man Hour, guys. Hashtag BC in space and the number of raffle tickets you want to give. Minimum of 2, up to 10,000 entries that you can get. So how do you get points, you might ask? Simply become a subscriber over there at youtube.com/Man Hour. You can become a member as well. You simply hit that join button, little 99 cents a month. Will get you behind the scenes footage, all access footage during the show, after our show, discount merchandise, and of course, 5,000 raffle tickets for tonight when we give away that tumbler tonight. So guys, we do have a great show lined up for you. I am Michael Buckcusher. You can follow me on Twitter at manhour_Buck. I am flying solo tonight, so be sure to jump in those comments and let me know what you think, anything you want to talk about. I will open up the phone lines periodically throughout the show as well. We're going to talk Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to talk about Jimmy G versus Trey Lance. That is the title of the show, so I got a paper full of stats here that we're going to go over, and I'm going to tell you who's the better quarterback moving forward. And I'm sure you guys, hindsight is 2020, right? Deshaun Watson possibly going to Miami. Michael Thomas possibly eyeing a comeback as well. But we got to start it off with NFL Week 7 talk, and probably the game of the... No, it is. It is definitely the game of the weekend, hands down, in my eyes, no matter what. And that game of the weekend is going to be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. So when you look at this game from afar, it is going to be King Henry versus Patrick Mahomes, right? It is going to be how many yards can each of them get, because the Kansas City Chiefs defense is complete trash, and Patrick Mahomes is right now probably the best quarterback in the NFL. Many people are saying the GOAT, but pump the brakes a little bit on that GOAT talk, because, you know, it's just time to calm down a little bit. Slow it down, take a deep breath on that. But when we look at this game, yes, Derrick Henry is going to have a great rushing game versus a terrible Kansas City Chiefs defense. Honey Badger may not even be playing. He has a broken thumb. If he doesn't play, it's time for you to find a new job, man, because a broken thumb, come on, suck it up on that. But the Tennessee Titans are coming off 2 wins here, a big win versus the Bills and then a win versus the Jaguars. And obviously the Kansas City Chiefs are coming off a win over the Washington football team. It was a pretty good win, and the Chiefs have been struggling per se in the last 4 weeks, right? I mean, they obviously beat the Eagles, but they lost to the Bills, they lost to the Chargers, and lost to the Ravens in those last couple weeks here. And so when we look at this, guys, when we look at this on the surface, there is one team in particular that this is a must-win game for, and that is not going to be the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs, they have a pretty favorable schedule moving forward here. It is not a juggernaut schedule by any means, but I expect them to go 2-4 in their next four 4 games, and that's versus the Titans, Giants, Packers, and Raiders. So they're probably going to lose to, let's say, the Packers and Raiders. They might sleep on the Giants. You never know, but that is at Arrowhead. But this is a must-win game for the Tennessee Titans. Why, you ask? Because many people have put them up on this pedestal, top 10 team. I believe my man Graham Wallace at Bus Wallace on the old Twitter machine had the Tennessee Titans in the top 10 this week. And right here on the Man Hour, we had a poll going on of, are the Titans the best AFC team in right now? Many people said no. I said no. But the reason why this is a must win for the Tennessee side, because look at the schedule that they have moving forward here. So they obviously do play the Kansas City Chiefs. Let's say for some miracle way, somehow, some way, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. Okay. But then they play at Indianapolis, a division game. For whatever reason, Colts and Titans always play each other really, really well. And the Colts already have a leg up on them in the division series anyways. So I'm putting my money in the stock of right now of the Indianapolis Colts because Carson Wentz is playing well right now. T.Y. Hilton looking kind of somewhat of like old. But then they play the Rams. A very damn good team, Rams. I believe Graham had him at number 3 in his power rankings. And then they play the Saints. And then they play at Texans, another division game. Many people are like, oh, it's just the Texans. It's a division game. The Texans are going to find a way to win a couple division games, and I think they're going to beat the Titans. And then they play the Patriots. So right there, I have losses versus the Colts, Rams, Saints. That's 4 games in a row that they're going to lose if they do not beat the Kansas City Chiefs this week. So let's say they lose. That's 5 games in a row that they're going to lose, and that puts them at 4-7 on the season. Clearly not a top team whatsoever. So that's why this week and this week alone, week 7 of the NFL season, is a must win for the Tennessee Titans. And many people are right now, I can see you guys, you're scratching your head saying, why is this a must win? Because everything that I just said, everything that I literally just said is the reason why it is a must win. Why is this not a must win for the Kansas City Chiefs? Well, because the Kansas City Chiefs are a better team than the Titans. That's just the way it is. The reason why it is not a must-win for the Kansas City Chiefs is because they're a better team. And also, looking at their schedule moving forward, they have a couple favorable games in their favor, the Giants and the Raiders. So that is a Sunday night game for the Raiders. Of course, at Las Vegas, it is going to be a hailstorm, right? But for whatever reason, Kansas City Chiefs always plays well when they play the Raiders on the road. And then they play a good Cowboys team, but then they play the Broncos, Raiders, Chargers, Steelers, Bengals, Broncos to end the season. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to get hot. They are going to get on a roll. It is just a matter of time. That's why this week 7 is not a must win for them, because I have faith with them moving forward. The Tennessee Titans need all the momentum they can get moving forward, and they will not get that if they lose to the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, when we look at this game, we are circling Patrick Mahomes versus Derrick Henry, right? Patrick Mahomes versus Derrick Henry. And I'm going to tell you, it is not going to come down to those two players. It's not going to come down to Derrick Henry or Patrick Mahomes. It is going to come down against the defenses. That is who can stop who the most. So how can the Tennessee Titans win this game? They have to rely on the arm of Ryan Tannehill. That's right. I said it. Ryan Tannehill is going to win or lose them this game Sunday versus the Kansas City Chiefs at home, because there's so much emphasis on Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry is going to do what he does. The Kansas City Chiefs are going to probably put 8 guys in the box, and they're going to do everything they can to make the Tennessee Titans one-dimensional. Ryan Tannehill has to be able to complete a couple of those long balls to A.J. Brown and, get the Honey Badger off the line of scrimmage. When the Honey Badger is up on the line of scrimmage and he is able to eat free will, do what he wants, the Kansas City Chiefs defense is a damn good defense. We've seen it on their Super Bowl runs. When he's able to get up on the line and manipulate plays, they are really, really good. So that's why the X factor for the Tennessee Titans in this Week 7 game is going to be Ryan Tannehill. He has to complete 60+% of his passes 15 yards plus down the field. If he is under 50%, the Tennessee Titans will lose this game. Hear me out. When he is under 50% passing, the Tennessee Titans will lose this game. Now, how can the Kansas City Chiefs win this game? Obviously, their defense has to step up and stop Derrick Henry. Make them one-dimensional, right? But Patrick Mahomes has to be the old Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has to stop throwing all these stupid-ass interceptions. He has 8 interceptions on the year, just through 6 games. He had 6 total last year. He has had, granted, Tyreek Hill has had, 3 or 4 bounce off his hands into the other guy's hands, which is absolutely unlike Tyreek Hill 100%. But I want to see long, sustained drives from the Kansas City Chiefs offense. Everybody knows that they can fly down the field in 3 or 4 plays and bada bing, bada boom, 7 points, right? I want to see them keep their defense off of the field. I want to see 12 to 15 play drives. I know Edwards-O'Hare is on IR. He will miss this game, but I want to see the stable of running backs that they got there. I want to see them at least get 20 plus carries. I also want to see probably 15 to 20 passes underneath 10 yards. So that's a lot of slants, a lot of bubble screens, a lot of screens himself. You can even have that tight end drag across the field. I want to see a lot of short passing games and a lot running games from the Kansas City Chiefs to keep that Chiefs defense off of the field. Because if that Kansas City Chiefs defense is on the field for over 50% of the time in this game, they will lose this game. Kansas City Chiefs defense is the Achilles heel. The Kansas City Chiefs defense is if the Kansas City Chiefs defense gets exposed by Derrick Henry, it's going to be a long, long day. So just keep them off the field. Sustained long drives, and I'm talking like 15 play drives, but I also want them like 7 to 8 minute drives. I want you to shorten this game into 3 or 4 possessions per team tops. 3 or 4 teams per possession tops. I mean, like obviously per half. So a total of 8 possessions. Because I feel the Kansas City Chiefs can stop them 2 or 3 times, and the Tennessee defense cannot stop them. So, stop them more than you win the game, obviously. Now, who do I have winning this game? I'm picking my boys. I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs. It's a homer pick. Sure, you can say it. Derrick Henry, he is going to eat, but he's only going to get like 15 carries. Because the Kansas City Chiefs are going to jump out early, and so they're going to force the hand of the Tennessee Titans to play catch up like they did in the playoff game a couple years ago. Yes, the Tennessee Titans jumped out 21-10 or whatever it was, but then the Chiefs flexed on them, and bada bing, bada boom, it was over. I see much of the same. I do see the Tennessee Titans jumping out early, probably 17-10, 17-7 type of score. But then the second half, Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs, they find their groove again. They find the mojo, as Austin Powers says. They drink the serum, and they're back. They are going to be rocking. They're going to be rolling. It's going to be a great show in Nashville. The Kansas City Chiefs will be back. They will jump into the power rankings in the top 10 next week because they're going to flex on the Tennessee Titans that much. The Tennessee Titans are the most overrated team in the NFL right now. Yes, they're 4-2. I know they started out slow. They lost to Arizona. Whatever. It doesn't matter. They're overrated, and they're going to fall quickly in the power rankings when Kansas City Chiefs beats them this weekend. Final score is going to be 36-17. So I do have them scoring 17 points in the first half, shutout in the second half. 34-17 is going to be the final for me in that Kansas City Chiefs game. And that moves me into the next game that I'm finding most intriguing for this Week 7 matchup. First of all, guys, is Week 7 going to be the worst slate of NFL games ever? I mean, there are only 3 or 4 games that really jump out on the paper and say, hey, watch me. And 3 of them are the ones that we're talking about right now. The other one that we're not going to talk about is possibly the 49ers and the Colts. Simply because that's a Sunday night game. You never know what's going to happen on Sunday night games. Jimmy G is scheduled to be back. So we'll see what happens, but we're going to talk about Jimmy G versus Trey Lance coming up here in the man hour. But what I want to talk about game next is the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Baltimore Ravens. AFC North matchup, battle for first. Both teams are 4-2. Joe Burrow versus Lamar Jackson, comeback player of the year versus future MVP, second, whatever, right? Many people are putting Lamar Jackson in MVP conversation right now. Pump the brakes a little bit. I said it last night. Looking back at the stats, not so much. I don't care if Lamar Jackson has half of the yards than the rest of the NFL. So does Patrick Mahomes. So does Matthew Stafford. So does Kyler Murray. It doesn't really matter. That stat is minute to me. Lamar Jackson is still overrated and still trash in my mind as a quarterback. He's a great athlete. He's a great human being. He does great work in the community from what I see, giving backpacks to, kids here in Louisville. They retired his number, etc. I'm not talking about him as a person or an athlete in general. I'm talking about a quarterback. He is a trash quarterback. And that's exactly what this game is going to come down to. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow. Battle of the quarterbacks, right? What is going to happen when the quarterbacks come out and battle each other? What's going to happen when Lamar Jackson realizes, hey, my left tackle, Ron Lee Stanley, is out for the season? I have 3 34-year-old running backs in the backfield. I don't have a number one receiver, even though Hollywood Brown is starting to look like a number one receiver that he might be at some point. But hey, I'm giving you all the excuses that the Lamar Jackson fans are giving us right now. Every time Lamar Jackson performs, Lamar Jackson is the greatest quarterback ever, yada, yada, yada. When he loses, he doesn't have a number one receiver. He has a stable of old running back. His left tackle's hurt. We're going to hear all the excuses this week when the Cincinnati Bengals beat down the Baltimore Ravens. And why do I say that? Because the Cincinnati Bengals are going to force Lamar Jackson to throw the ball down the field. They are going to bring 7 guys in the box, play man-to-man safety over the top, and they're going to force him to make decisions and make dime passes, meaning the balls need to be perfectly thrown for them to catch it, and it has to be 15-plus yards down the field. Looking at the stats on this year so far, Lamar Jackson passing is okay. He's 67.5% completion rating at a 131 for 194, and he has just under 1,700 yards passing. But here is the key factor to this matchup here. Many people want to give Jameis Winston he's throwing 30 interceptions, yada, yada, yada. I give you that. Patrick Mahomes has thrown 8 this year. Guess what, guys? Lamar Jackson has thrown 6 this year, just to 9 touchdowns. He is almost a 1-for-1 ratio touchdown to interception. Does that sound like a MVP caliber quarterback? Absolutely not. Now, the 1,700 yards and 6 games does. Yeah, that sounds great, right? I mean, what he is averaging, what is it here? Where's it at? 281 yards a game. Yes, those are great numbers. But when you are playing catch up, it is easy to pad the stats. Name me one time besides the Indianapolis game on Monday night that Lamar Jackson had to come back from behind, from a deficit, and win a game. I think the Colts game was an apparition for the Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson, because every time Lamar Jackson has to play from behind, his butthole puckers, and he is just a bad quarterback. He forces the ball down the field. He's very inaccurate, very indecisive, and he's always run first, pass second type of player. You can say what you want. When it's crunch time, butthole puckers, Lamar Jackson is not a very good quarterback. And the stats show that. When Lamar Jackson has to push the ball down the field, 20-plus yards in the air, keyword there is in the air, he has under a 45% completion percentage. Under 45% completion percentage this year. And that is with the great quarterback guru coach that he's been working with in the off season, right? He is not good, guys. Just face it. If he has to push the ball down the field, the Baltimore Ravens are in trouble. And that is how the Cincinnati Bengals will win this game. Bring pressure, make him force the ball down the field, and give him less than 3 seconds to throw, you're going to win a lot of ball games here. Now, on the flip side of that coin, how can the Baltimore Ravens win this game? Let Lamar be Lamar. That's exactly what they need to do. They need to simply let Lamar Jackson be Lamar Jackson. And that is basically not call plays in the huddle. Just do RPOs and let kind of play backyard football because that's what they're good at. When Lamar Jackson is able to just kind of freelance and do what he wants, he looks like a damn good player. I mean, he is a damn good player. He's a damn good athlete when he's able to do that. And it is what it is at the end of the day because he looks damn good doing it. Now, when the pressure's on, he has to make a play. He has to do this, this, and this, and this. It's just not good. It's just not good. It's just not going to happen for them. So how do they do that? The Ravens have to jump out early. They have to jump out to a 10-0, 17-7 lead early in the first quarter. They have to strike fast. They have to strike often to win this game versus the Cincinnati Bengals. Because the Cincinnati Bengals are going to be like a wounded dog going into this fight. If you give them any type of chance, any type of hope, confidence is going to kill the Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens are a better team. The Baltimore Ravens are a better team on the defensive side of the ball, at the wide receiver position. Overall, they're a better team. Now, on the offensive side, I would definitely give it to the Bengals, but special teams and like defense, I give it to the Ravens, and it cancels each other out, which makes the Ravens a better team. Sorry about that. So with that being said, I am picking the Cincinnati Bengals to win this game in an upset. Combs, Beastie over there at manhour_Combs. Be sure to follow him on Twitter as well. He says he is a firm believer of a team is, destined to do this season, this next season. Like, for example, baseball. He said that the Giants were a year or two away. And obviously the Giants made it to they're in the NLCS right now. Granted, they're facing elimination for the Houston versus Houston, right? But nonetheless, he also thinks that the Cincinnati Bengals are a year away. So with that being said, this is going to be an extreme upset. When the Cincinnati Bengals beat the Baltimore Ravens, people are going to raise eyebrows. First of all, Graham Wallace has the Ravens sitting at number 5 in his power rankings, and the Bengals are sitting at number 10. So clearly in the power rankings, you have to almost flip-flop those two. I mean, not move Cincinnati up to 5, but Cincinnati up to 8 or 7, and then and then the Ravens have to at least drop down to 10, right? Bengals will be first in the division after this, and man, people are going to be raising their eyebrows like, man, I've been on the Cincinnati bandwagon. Shut up. You weren't. You were not on the Cincinnati Bengals bandwagon whatsoever. Everybody knows it. Shut that mouth. Be quiet. But Cincinnati Bengals will upset the Baltimore Ravens this Sunday, week 7 of the NFL matchup, and it is definitely going to raise some eyes. It is going to, perk the interest of the AFC North. It's going to put them on notice. Steelers are going to be like, oh man, we're going to be last place. The Bengals are no longer the shitty-ass team, right? The AFC might be the best division in football right now. We said the NFC West was earlier preseason. Injury bug has bitten them once again. 49ers, the Seahawks, right? Granted, they still have the Rams and the Cardinals still doing great things over there, but we're up against the first break here, guys, on the Man Hour. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this little clip here that we recorded a while back. Be sure to head over to manhourradio.com, pick up some merch. We are giving away the Man Hour logo tumbler at youtube.com/manhour. So give me a hashtag Beastie space and the number of points that you'd like to raffle away. To give that raffle, we will be giving away here very, very soon. Actually, after this break, I will close the raffling and I will and we'll pick a winner. So, you guys have about 3 minutes to get registered there in the raffle giveaway, youtube.com/manhour, hashtag Beastie space, how many points you want. and we'll give it away here shortly. But guys, we're up against a break. I'm sputtering now. We'll be right back, guys, here on the Man Hour. ManHourRadio.com.
Man Hour Nation brought to you by Brooks Roofing and Siding. Contact them at 812-868-7663 or online at brooksroofingin.com. Brooks Roofing and Siding, protection you need when nature strikes.
And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckheiser here on the Man Hour. Head over to manhourradio.com and check out the merchandise page. You can use promo code BEASTIE to save yourself 10% over there right now. We got book bags, we got the members-only hoodies, we got the bucket hats, we have the tumblers, we have stickers, we have anything you could possibly want over there at manhourradio.com. From the joggers, to the hoodies, to the t-shirts, to the long-sleeve tees, to the tanks, to the socks. We have it all over there, manhourradio.com. Check it out. Also, if you have missed any part of the show whatsoever, you can find us on iTunes, Spotify, of course, iHeartRadio. Be sure to download it and give us a ranking as well. If you guys would be most kind to that, give us a ranking. Let us know how we're doing. But if you like the video version that we do here every Sunday through Thursday at 8 p.m. East Coast time to 10 p.m. East Coast time, go to youtube.com/manhour. Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell icon, click on all, and we upload clips from the show each and every day, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year at 8 a.m., 11 a.m., 2 p.m., 5 p.m., 8 p.m., 11 p.m., 2 a.m., 5 a.m. That's 8 clips a day, guys. We are uploading all East Coast time, so be sure to hit that bell icon because, you know, we are a 2-hour show, and we know people cannot be on for all 2 hours, but you want to watch certain parts of the show. So head over to youtube.com/manhour and hit that bell icon, subscribe to it, and we upload the clips throughout the day. So with that being said, guys, I'm picking the Kansas City Chiefs to win. I'm also picking the Cincinnati Bengals to win as well. I will be breaking down the Bears versus the Bucks later in the show. But it is time to bring back a segment that many people have probably forgot about. This is a segment where we let stuff brew. We let stuff like make you scratch your head. When we go to work, we always have that person you just sit there and you're like, what the hell are you thinking, man? And that is what this segment is all about. This segment is called What The? It is brought to you by Skull Candy Headphones. Head over to skullcandy.com, or you can simply click on the link in the description right here, right now, and save yourself 20% instantly. Simply click on the link and it'll not got the price and it'll enter in the price. I have my Skull Candy headphones on right now. These were about $60 and they're soft foam. They fit perfect. They're noise canceling, guys. And it's by far the best headphone I've ever put on my head. I got the in buds coming on tomorrow. So next week I'll be wearing those possibly to check them out. If they're completely wireless, so I don't know if they're set up to my mixer or not, but we'll find out here momentarily. But what the is coming up, I said, is brought to you by Skull Candy. But first, we have closed the raffles for the tumbler, the Man Hour logo tumbler, and Drew Brewski has won the tumbler. So Drew, if you're listening to us right now, hit me up on Twitter at manhour_buck with your shipping address, and we'll get that shipped out to you as I'll order it first thing in the morning, and it'll be there in a couple days. I'm not for sure how long it take. It took mine about a week to come in, so it will be there momentarily. So I'll order it Friday morning. Get it. Actually, I will order it as soon as I get your shipping address, and we will, we'll get you that tumbler. So shout out to Drew. He is a member over at youtube.com. He simply clicked the join button, and he is a $5.99 member over there. So he gets a t-shirt after 6 months of service, which he is getting a t-shirt next month. So November 1st, he'll be getting his first t-shirt. He is entered in to win our Vegas trip. We are going to the NFL draft in April as the Man Hour crew. You could possibly join us as well. We'll pay for your flight and hotel there. We cannot guarantee you into the draft because the draft is the first come, first serve. We found that out after we started that. So we will pay for your lodging and flight out there. Get to hang out with us and have a good time. You also get behind the scenes footage during live shows. So what happens during the break when we bring on special guests, we talk to him like after the show, after show footage. So all that good stuff. But it is time for the greatest segment of the week. What the? And my first what the of the night is going to go out to a particular NBA player. As you guys know, opening day, opening season, or I don't know what they call it. First game of the NBA season was Wednesday night. And let me get the name right. Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics, I forget who they were playing, but it was like the second overtime or first overtime. He steals the ball, wide open dunk. He goes up there, monster slam, banks it. He misses a wide open dunk. This would have put them up by 4, I believe, and possibly could have won them the game. They wouldn't have had a gun into the second overtime if he would have simply have made his dunk. So Jaylen Brown, you are an NBA player. You are on the court when the time matters. You go for a monster jam. You are at home. You could have sealed the game. You could have had that crowd going crazy, but you clunked it. Jaylen Brown of the Boston Celtics, you get my what the of the night. So I don't have my overlays tonight, so you guys get to see me dance to my awesome music. But my next what the of the night is going to go out to one of my coworkers here. So me and I'm going to drop his name, Mike, we like to brainstorm ideas to bring up like the next big thing, right? And he is chewing the Orbit gum, like the spearmint kind, and he's drinking his soda, which is a Mountain Dew. I'm drinking a Mountain Dew right here as well, and he's drinking it, and he's like, "Whoa, that is the best thing I've ever had in my life." I'm like, "What the hell are you talking about, man?" He's like, "Man, we should make mint Mountain Dew." I'm like, "What in the world are you talking about, my man?" So I put some spearmint gum in my mouth. I'm chewing it. I'm having a grand old time, and I take a sip of the Mountain Dew. It was the worst thing I've ever tasted my whole entire life. You guys know when you brush your teeth and you go drink some orange juice, like when you're heading to work, it's like, right? This thing opened up my sinuses so much that I could smell the ragweed back in Kansas, my eyes start watering because the mint and the Mountain Dew are just like a hot and cold effect. And Mike, you are the worst inventor I've ever seen in my whole entire life. Like, the minute that you did that and it came across my head and you're like, try this, man, I knew it was a bad deal. You guys know when guys say, hey, smell this fart? That's exactly what it was. Mike, you get the what the, man. Come on. Mint Mountain Dew, shut up, bro. And speaking of Drew, my man Drew is in the chat. He says, howdy, Buck. You're early tonight. Yeah, man, I am early tonight. I'm painting. My house is getting painted next week. So I have to tear down some more wallpaper on 1.5 walls-ish. But this wallpaper is like from the 1950s. So it's glued on with like super glue. I have to think like a razor blade, man. It's like, it is terrible. So I'm going to be up all night. So I'm trying to get the show hammered out. I want to bring you guys content. So, sorry for starting early without any type of notice whatsoever. But Drew, you won the tumbler, man. So I closed the raffle here about 10 minutes ago, and you won the tumbler. So you should be getting a link. Actually, Drew, just get in my inbox and send me your shipping address, and I'll get that tumbler sent out to you as soon as the show is over. So shout out to you, Drew, for winning that Man Hour logo tumbler. We'll get that sent out. But my next what the of the night, man, I have missed what the so much. I've been letting it brew on me, and it just, in basketball season started. Basketball alone gets a what the, right? But Ben Simmons, yes, guys, Philadelphia, Ben Simmons himself that can't hit a 10-foot jump shot wide open, right? So if you guys know anything about the drama from Ben Simmons from last year, he basically wanted out of Philly, and Philly basically said no, which I don't know why, but they basically said no in a roundabout way. But Ben Simmons was suspended for the first game of the season, which was last night, and it has come out why he was suspended. So Doc Rivers is a new coach for the Philadelphia 76ers, and he asked Ben Simmons to jump into a defensive drill. Ben Simmons kind of looked at him all cockeyed and said, nah, that's not me, man. Doc Rivers again proceeded to ask him to join the drill, and he says, nah. Doc Rivers says, why don't you go on home then? So Ben Simmons drops his ball and walks and leaves home, and next thing you know, guys, he is suspended for conduct detrimental to the team or whatever it is. So my what the isn't going to go out to Ben Simmons. No, it is not going out to Ben Simmons. It's going to go out to Doc Rivers, okay? Doc Rivers, I know you are going to be a Hall of Fame coach, right? You have championships. You've been around the block. You're like Phil Jackson, but nowadays, right? Whatever. I know there's no comparison, but I'm just speaking out of the top of the head here. So Doc Rivers, you get my what the because you're coaching the NBA, man. When is the last time you guys have seen the NBA play defense? Asking for a friend. I know we have NBA fans. I know people that are going to be watching this clip. Like they're NBA fans too. I'm going to have a nice clickbait title. Going to, reel you in. You're like, oh, dislike. Seriously. When is the last time you guys have seen defense in the NBA? I know I haven't seen defense in a long, long time. So Doc Rivers, you get the what the. Yeah, Drew, you did win the tumbler, man. Hell yeah. You had like 606 raffle tickets, and there's like 25 others that had like 2. So, you definitely have the odds in your favor there. We picked a winner, and it actually, if you scroll back up in your chat, I believe Streamlabs says that you won it. So, definitely not rigged by any means whatsoever. Because, you guys saw it when we did it last week. What were we giving? We were giving away the Beastie t-shirt, and I won the first time. I'm like, I can't win that, so I canceled it and redrew it, and Suit Boss won it. So, obviously, we do things the right way over here at Man Hour, and Drew, congratulations on winning that. My next But my next what the of the night is going to go out to all these. I use this term very, very loosely. Air quotes. Let's go ahead and get that up. Air quotes. NFL experts, right? Many of these NFL experts say that all these NFL trades are going to happen. Michael Gallup to this team, he can help him do this, this, and this, and this. Guys, stop it. Stephen A. Smith, stop it. You are out of your mind, my man. Stephen A. Smith, you are the worst NFL analyst I've ever seen in my life. There's a reason why Max Kellerman left First Take, because you suck. You suck at life. You are terrible. But I digress on that. I don't want to attack you as a person, because I'm sure you're a great guy off of the air. You're just a dick boss and a don't know shit about NFL, and you always dog the Cowboys because you're clickbait rating, right? I get it. Whatever. But stop with all this trade talk. Michael Gallup and Tua and Heineke and this person can help this person on this team. How many midseason trades do we see in the NFL? How many trades do we see in the NFL? Midseason trades. Very, very few, my friend. A few and far between, they say. Now, when you get cut by a team and another team picks you up, that is not a trade, my man. That is saying, hey, this person can help me. It's usually on the defensive side of the ball. Why? Because defense, you can play about 5 defenses. You can play cover 2, you can play cover 3, you can play man, you can play no, whatever, right? Offenses are totally different part of the game. You got the West Coast offense, you got the East Coast offense, you got the South Central offense, you got the Lamar Jackson offense, you got the RPO, you got interception offense that Jameis Winston runs, and then you have who knows what you want to call Patrick Mahomes' offense. There are 32 different offenses in the NFL. So when you talk about Michael Gallup, a wide receiver, because his contract is up at the end of the year, he could fit great in Baltimore because they need a number 1 receiver, and Michael Gallup's the number 1 receiver on every NFL team besides 3. Stop it. That's not going to happen. Mid-season offensive trades in the NFL do not happen. If they do, it is something like an offensive lineman. It is a backup quarterback. It is a quarterback that got cut, Jacob Easton, or released, I should say, and then picked up by a different team because they have an injury happening. We are not going to see a significant player on any NFL team get traded mid-season. So all you NFL experts, stop it. Stop it with all this mid-season trade talk. It's dumb. Tired of it. Stop it. NFL experts, what the? All right, guys, I got a couple more what does because we haven't done it in so long. Speaking of which, what the is brought to you by Skull Candy Headphones. Be sure to click the link in the description. Skull Candy Headphones. Once you click the link in the description, you instantly get 20% off your purchase. So you will see a grayed out price with a line through it, and bada bing, bada boom, new price right there. So be sure to click the link, Skull Candy. I believe it's skullcandy.com, but click the link in the description so we get some credit for it because, Man Hour needs that little bit of kick it back. We also got the new book bags over there at manhourradio.com. Be sure to pick those up. I just got mine in the mail today, and I love it very, very, very much. Is there another poll? There is not a poll tonight, Drew. Sorry, man. No, there's no poll tonight. But next week, I will be more prepared. I'll have a poll every night set up the week moving forward. So my next what the of the night is going to go out to the NFL again. I'm on the NFL hard night, right? But week 7 of the NFL is shaping up to be the worst week of NFL history. So, I mean, not history, but definitely this season. I mean, week 6, we had a ton of nail biters. We had great matchups. But week 7, there's only like 3 or 4 games that are really worth watching. Tennessee Titans versus Kansas City Chiefs, Cincinnati Bengals versus the Ravens, Bears versus Buck, only if you're a Bears fan, but they might pull something out of their ass, right? And then maybe the 49ers versus the Colts. Everybody else, complete trash hole games. Now, I mean, if you're into storylines, Jared Goff versus Matthew Stafford's coming back home, whatever. That storyline's overrated, blown out of proportion because the Lions are flat out trash this year. But the reason why I'm giving the NFL my what the is they have flex times, right? So during the NFL season, there's always those certain games that are to be announced for like times. It is the flex timing, right? So if, for example, let's say the Kansas City Chiefs and the Las Vegas Raiders are battling for first place in the AFC West, but they're slated to play 1 o'clock that Sunday night or that Sunday afternoon. The NFL has the power to flex that game to a Sunday night game or a Monday night game was, I think, it's like 10 days before or something. Actually, I don't think it even has to be 10 days. It's just they have the ability to flex times, right? So what if the NFL had the ability to flex games? So, for example, this week you're having the Rams play the Lions. Best team in the NFL versus the worst team in the NFL. Do people really want to see that? No. I would rather watch two bad teams play than the Rams play the Lions. That's just the way it is. The good team versus the bad team, not so much too fun. Yes, I know you have to prepare and all this other stuff. I know I'm a coach, but also I have prepared for a game, prepared for a team in 18 hours. It can be done. And if you really want to get it done, it's probably even better because the NFL is all about these high flying games, right? Just flex it a little bit because NFL Week 7 is going to be the worst week of NFL football that I've seen in a very, very long time. Now, that's not a very good what because, it's never going to happen. And really the only reason why I even brought it up because Week 7 sucks so bad. And I love football, but we still got football. So Michael Buckheister, _Buck on the Twitter machine. I'm going to get the what the for even trying to think that. That's dumb, Buck. Sheesh, you're an idiot. And my final what the of the night. Man, I am just on a roll tonight with these what does. Sorry, guys. I don't even know what time it is. But my final what the of the night. Let me pause and digress a little bit. I love my other half. She is amazing. She supports me in everything that I do. She puts the kid to bed when I'm on with you guys for 2 hours, 5 days a week. So, that's 20 hours a week that you guys see. You don't see the after show for 30 minutes or the pre-show or what I do during the day to prep for the show, Facebook, Instagram posts, Twitter, etc. Right? She is she is amazing, and she does everything that I could ever ask for. But she's going to get the what the tonight, man. She is going to get the what the of the night. So I am laying on the couch. I just went out and mowed grass and raked leaves because, fall's here. I take pride in my grass. We Hank Hill it over here in the Sellersburg area. We Hank Hill our neighborhood. My grass is better than your grass. Yep, right? She has the audacity, guys. She has the audacity. After I spent an hour on the grass, making it nice and pretty, raking it up, she takes potting soil, throws it in my new grass. The grass seed I just planted is starting to sprout a little bit, right? Getting ready for winter, for next year to get that nice plus thick grass, right? Sexy between your toes, just feels amazing. She throws dirt in it. Not only does she throw dirt in it, she packs it in there. Packed it in and thinks, oh, it's good for it. Honey, it's not that kind of dirt. This is like dirt that's like sand and clay, and I call it potty soil. It's not potty soil. It's like sand, dirt, and clay, and it kind of reminds me of a beach in Kansas, right? Come on, baby. Don't do that to me. Don't do it to me, baby. I just want to cry.
Hello, and welcome to What's Cooking in Sports with Tori. Today, we're going to serve up to you all the hottest sports headlines and everything that's going on in the sports day. So stick around for sports and dessert.
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to push that. That's my bad, guys. That is Tori's Cookie with Tori segment. I wanted to push that because Tori will be making his epic comeback Sunday here at youtube.com/manhour. So be sure to tune in, guys, because Tori, I miss that guy. I love him like a brother, and fuck him like a sister, right? But guys, we are up against the break on this man hour. So sit back, relax, short little break here, and hopefully I push the right click this time. There you go. Break time. We'll be back.
Hey there, Mr. White T-shirt wearer dude. Mr. White shirt wearer dude. Do you wear the same shirt every day? Same shirt every day. Do you do the same thing every day? The same thing every day. Don't you worry, Mr. White shirt wearer dude. Now with Man Hour merch, you can spice up your style each and every day. From hats to beanies to shirts. We got you covered, Mr. White shirt wearer dude. Shop at manhourradio.com. T-shirts start at $15. Shop today.
Why, thank you, manhourradio.com, for this awesome merch. Hats, t-shirts, $15. You can't go wrong.
Pretty obvious in that one. Dak's coming back off. You got Tom Brady, and did I mention 22 starters coming back?
When I say Lamar Jackson is trash, I'm not saying he is the worst quarterback in the league. But he is definitely not the best quarterback in the league. When you say somebody is trash, it is based off the perception of the general public. And welcome back to the Man Hour, guys. Michael Buckheiser here, Flying Solar Night. Follow me on Twitter at manhour_buck. But if you have not already, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and share it with a couple friends as well. Sharing is caring over here at Man Hour Nation. So, guys, be sure to share this with a couple of friends because, once we get that snowball rolling, I want you guys here at the ground level watching us explode. We do have some great goals here at youtube.com/manhour by the end of the year. We would like to get up to 2,000 subscribers. Right now we're sitting about 1,700. So we're 300 away from that goal. And we are growing each and every day. We gain about 2 to 3 subs a day. So guys, thank you for all your support. Thank you for all the love from me, Combs, Tori, and of course, the Wyatt Williams, which Tori will be making his epic comeback Sunday. Work life got up with him. He has settled back down. He settled in his new house, settled in his new vacation. So Tori, we are glad to have you back Sunday. Combs will be back this Sunday as well. Basketball season is wrapping up for them as they're making a push for the championship. And guys, Wyatt Williams will be coming back as well here, probably the first of the year. College life is starting to calm down for him as well. He's starting to find his way. But, finals is coming up here. So me being, quote, the boss or whatever you want to say, I'm like, Wyatt, come back when you're ready, man. But do not forfeit your schoolwork. So I have proactively been pushing him away because I want him to succeed in life, and college education is way to go. With that being said, guys, my what does were kind of geared to what I'm going to be talking about next. So we've been talking about the NFL trade deadline, which the NFL trade deadline is just 2 weeks away. I believe it is November 2nd. So exactly 2 weeks away from Tuesday. And there are some big names that are being talked about being traded, right? Like I said, Michael Gallup. There were some other big names, Watson and Tua and Taylor Heineke in a 3-way trade. But there's one person in particular that has not played a snap this year, not named Deshaun Watson, that I think is going to be on the trade block, and that is Michael Thomas. Guys, Michael Thomas is a receiver for the New Orleans Saints. If you don't know, he has been in IR all year for healing a ankle injury that he had last season. He had ankle surgery on it, and he is slated to make a comeback sooner than later. Many people are speculating that he could come back this week, but he has not been ruled active yet, so maybe next week. So with that being said, this is one name that I could see being traded in the middle of the season. Now, he is not a starter for the New Orleans Saints right now because he has not taken a snap for them. Now, he has been openly upset with the New Orleans Saints. I don't know why, but last season when he was suspended for three or four games for fighting, and then he had this ankle injury that now turns out to be an actual ankle injury. But I thought he was kind of fluffing it a little bit to get out of playing, which many people were agreeing with me on that. But now we see that it was a true ankle injury. But this is a player that I see not taking a snap for the New Orleans Saints this season. If he does, it will simply be to boost his stock, showing that NFL teams that he is still healthy, but he will be moved before the November 2nd trade deadline in just 2 weeks. Michael Thomas is one name, guys, that you need to circle that is going to go to a team that is in need of a wide receiver and is going to go give up probably a first and a second round pick, because Michael Thomas just a couple years ago, guys, broke the all-time NFL record held by Marvin Lewis by most receptions in a season. And he has been consistently up there, 100-plus catches every year until last year, when he was so disgruntled and upset and fighting and injured and etc. So where do I think Michael Thomas will go? I do not think he is going to go to the Ravens. Michael Thomas kind of holds the cards in this per se, and he wants to go to a Super Bowl contender, and I don't think the Baltimore Ravens are a Super Bowl contender. And he wants to be able to catch the ball, right? He doesn't want to be a blocking receiver, because if we remember this last offseason, what was it? Juju went and basically almost signed with the Ravens, right? But they said, no, you're going to be basically blocking the whole time. He packed his bags and he left and re-signed with Pittsburgh. So obviously Baltimore does not want a number one receiver whatsoever. So there are some teams out there that he could definitely help right now, right off the bat. Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have assets that they could give up, and I think they would make a move to try to keep Aaron Rodgers for a couple more years. Jordan Love is not the answer in Green Bay. We found that out during preseason, and that's why they pushed so hard to get Aaron Rodgers back. And what way to get your star to come? Put talent around him. I mean, they've already got Randall Cobb back. I mean, Randall Cobb isn't what he used to be. So replace Randall Cobb with Michael Thomas. That would be a huge boost, and that would definitely put the Green Bay Packers. I mean, Graham Wallace had him at number 4 in his power rankings. That would definitely put him up in there in that upper echelon. So to complete full circle here at Man Hour, Michael Thomas is one big name, guys, to watch to get traded in the next couple weeks here. Obviously, 2 weeks till NFL trade deadline. November 2nd, I believe, is that date. I probably should have wrote that down, but it's definitely 2 weeks away. Next player, obviously, that we need to talk about is Deshaun Watson. Now, obviously, all offseason, this and this, people have been putting Deshaun Watson's name with the Miami Dolphins and Deshaun Watson. Last night, here at manhourradio.com, youtube.com/manhour, Soup Boss himself spilled the soup, and he said his sources tell him that there's a 3-way trade in the books. First things first, guys, 3-way trades are very, very rare in the NFL. In recent memories, I don't think of any three-way trades have happened that I can think of off the top of my head. Definitely not in the middle of a season. But what Soup Boss spilled for us at Spilled Soup was, he said, Deshaun Watson to Miami, Tua to the Washington football team, and Taylor Heineke to the Houston Texans, obviously plus assets. Wow. I mean, if this were to happen, if they were able to pull this off, this will be a huge win for absolutely nobody. Nobody wins in this 3-person trade. Why? Because you are trading 3 starting caliber quarterbacks to different teams mid-season. How does that help you right now? So when I was in the What Does, all these NFL experts are saying, oh, these teams need to make all these trades. This is a trade that needed to happen 3 months ago. This is a trade that needed to happen when Deshaun Watson first said to the Houston Texans, hey, I don't want to play for you. Obviously, people are out there, people talk, people hear rumors all the time, right? Obviously, something has been brewing. There's been a gentleman's handshake. There's been some type of, yeah, we're going to do this, right? But why wait until now? Absolutely dumb, absolutely asinine. Deshaun Watson to the Miami Dolphins is dumb right now. Tua to the Washington football team is even dumber. You want to see a bust of a quarterback, Tua, go to Washington. You're going to be a bust, my man. You are just not a good quarterback. Taylor Heineke just signed, a 3-year, $15 million deal with Washington football team, and all of a sudden they want to ship him out out of town. Something doesn't smell right here. Just like in the presidential world, every time there is a flu, every time there is a something, every time there is a big something, you have to look beyond, right? You have to look what is underlying here. There is going to be smoke over here to be fire over here. So what is really going to happen? Is Deshaun Watson might come out and play for the Houston Texans late in the Super Bowl. There you go. Deshaun Watson starting quarterback for the Houston Texans, week number 8. Next thing you know, the Super Bowl bound. Right? Oh man, wouldn't that be something? So as my camera freezes here, guys, let me try to adjust it and get it working again. I don't know what is going on with my cameras here of late. Guys, this is even a new camera, so sorry about that. Hopefully you can hear me still. So Drew, or whoever is watching here at youtube.com/manhour, give me a hashtag yes or a hashtag no if you're able to hear me still. While my camera was all frozen and gnarly looking. So let me. Boom. Bada bing, bada boom. There we go. Buck Nasty is back, looking sexy as ever, right? Hey guys, who do you remind me of? The OGs of the Man Hour will know this, right? So, Man Hour OGs, if you're watching, man, I look so good, man. It's hard being this sexy. Damn, I look so fine. Sheesh. Guys, who was that? Come on, OGs. You guys know who I'm talking about. Come on. Lay it down in the comments. youtube.com/manhour. Comment of who that was. But I'm giving you guys 2 players to look out for trades. I think Michael Thomas is the most likely to be traded. Deshaun Watson, I don't see it happening. Michael Thomas can make an instant impact. Deshaun Watson would be next year to make a impact, because no offseason, no training camp, a new team week number 9. I mean, you're not going to do too much there, bud. Sorry to say. But with all that being said, guys, I am up against the time. My time is up here on Man Hour. October 21st has been a great week. I've been flying solo most of the week. The boys will be back in town Sunday. We'll have Soup Boss, we'll have Combs, we'll have Tori on Sunday. I'll be back Monday through Thursday with Combs. Tori will be joining me on Thursday. Guys, as always, I cannot thank you guys enough for being a part of Man Hour Nation. Be sure to subscribe to us here on youtube.com/Man Hour. If you like to podcast form, listen to us on the radio, on the way to work, from work, at work, Spotify, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and definitely pick up some merch. Drew, Send me your address. We can get that tumbler sent out to you. Next week, guys, we will be giving away. Let's give it away a bucket hat. So hats, we'll give away a hat next week. So be sure to roll over those loyalty points to next week, guys, and get your Man Hour merch. But as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share it with a couple friends. Man Hour Nation, rise up. Book bag merch. Look at that. Is that not sexy as hell? That's sexy, man. Mamma mia. It's an eagle, a big, oh, there's a bottle of water. There's my orange crush. I crushed the show, didn't I, boys? I crushed her. Arr. Man, our nation, guys, rise up. Have a good night. Take care. Love y'all.